Learn with Princess Aisha. Learn with Princess Aisha. Hello, fellow providers, childminders, and early years practitioners. This is Princess Aisha here. Let's learn with Princess Aisha. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time of coming across my channel, you're welcome. Please support the channel by subscribing and turning on the notification button, the one that says all, so anytime I upload a video, you'll be notified. So this is a follow-up video from our previous one, and we discuss about what the EYFS stands for, and we briefly discussed about the development matters curriculum, the non-statutory curriculum for early year settings. We briefly touched on the introduction parts, and today we are discussing on the second topic, which is the 7 key features of effective practice. So it says the best for every child. So all children deserve to have an equal chance of success. So regardless of any limitation or special needs, every child is unique, and each and every individual child is entitled or deserve to be treated equally in terms of their learning and to have an equal chance of success in the selling. So their limitations, their health, underlying health issues shouldn't be a barrier to them thriving as children. So it says high quality early education is good for all children. It is especially important for children from disadvantaged backgrounds. So there are children who are disadvantaged and may not have access to education, or there are children who perhaps their parents are not that educated. So regardless of what background the child you come into contact comes from, it is very important that practitioners provide or give children them high quality of education that they deserve in order to have a better start in life. So when they start school, children from disadvantaged backgrounds are on average 4 months behind their peers. We need to do more to narrow that gap. So research has shown that children who come from disadvantaged backgrounds are 4 months behind their peers, or they are far behind their peers who may not be in such a disadvantage. So a lot of efforts is required on the part of practitioners as well as early years providers to ensure that these children, when they do come into contact with them in their setting or within their early years provision, are given the best support possible in order for them to catch up, so that they do not become at a disadvantage, especially on the communication and language aspect. Because most children, when they do go to reception, they are lacking in so many areas. They are not able to express themselves. Imagine a child unable to express their needs and wants. It is very difficult for the teacher to be able to give them the kind of support they need, due to the fact that they cannot express themselves, vocally. Maybe they might show through their emotions or body language. However, their inability to express themselves through the use of diction, through the use of their voice, is going to serve as a disadvantage to them. So regardless of whatever background they come from, all children deserve high quality education. And so it goes further to say children who have lived through difficult experiences can begin to grow stronger when they experience high quality early education and care. So the more care, the more interactions practitioners give to children who are at a disadvantage, the more that child becomes connected with that practitioner, the more that child is able to engage with his or her peers, the more they are able to come out of their shell, the more they are, they become confident as confident individuals, the more they are able to express themselves through communication with other children. The more they will have command over their language, because the more they interact with other children, their autonomy is being promoted, and they are able to come out of their shell. So it is very important that practitioners take key interest in children who are at a disadvantage in order to support them to become the best version of themselves. So it says high quality early education and care is inclusive. So children's special educational needs and disabilities are identified quickly. So all children promptly receive any extra help they need so they can progress well in their learning. So again, within the new changes in the development matters, there's less paperwork. The reason for that is that Ofsted wants parents or practitioners who may be parents and early years providers to be more engaging with children. So rather than focusing solely on observing the child, practitioners are also to engage with children. They are supposed to follow in the lead of the child in order to promote their agency. For instance, if a child is engrossed in a particular activity that they are interested in, it is pertinent that the practitioner observes whatever the child is doing. However, the practitioner should not take control of that activity from that child in order to distract their focus from whatever they are doing. But then the practitioner can take interest by using follow-up expressions such as, "Oh, I'm interested in what you are doing," or "I wonder how this will turn out." So by using such expressions, you are showing that you are interested in whatever the child is doing, and you are also keen to know what the outcome would be, So you are actually engaging but not taking control of whatever the child is doing. Since children are supposed to become independent and autonomous in their play, in their exploring, playing, and learning, practitioners must ensure that they give children the opportunity to do so. So also, high quality education and care is inclusive. So as I mentioned before, it doesn't matter the disability of the child, they must be included in whatever activities that is being set up. And children every child deserve an equal opportunity in order for them to do well as individuals. So it says high quality care. So the child's experience must also be centered to the thinking of every practitioner. The child's experience must always be central to the thinking of every practitioner. Babies, toddlers, and young children thrive when they are loved and well cared for. So, of course, yes, children need a lot of care, they need a lot of attention, and they need a lot of love from practitioners. So they shouldn't be left out. Practitioners shouldn't favor other children based on the fact that maybe they share something in common with them. Perhaps maybe they may come from the same ethnicity, the same nationality, or they may, they shouldn't. Practitioners must treat each and every child equally. It's very important. So high quality care is consistent. Every practitioner needs to enjoy spending time with young children. So again, for a child to thrive and succeed as individuals, they need consistency. They need high quality care. So it must be ongoing. There shouldn't be a case whereby you provide a child with high quality care, nurturing, and learning today, and then tomorrow is something else. Children need consistency. They need routine, fixed routine, in order to be abreast with how things are done. And by so doing, the children themselves would at times take the lead, because they are already aware of how the routine are in the setting. They themselves at times they would draw your attention, or draw the attention of other children, in terms of what is expected, or they themselves would tell you what the next routine is, So that is it. Consistency is very key. Children need consistency. So it says effective practitioners are responsive to children and babies. They notice when a baby looks towards them and giggles and respond with pleasure. So this goes with key persons, with their key children. So practitioners who are always responsive towards either their key children or children that they are familiar with, they may notice, because they are so familiar with that child, they may notice what the child is able to do and what the child is not able to do so well. They form a form of attachment or bond with the adults and vice versa. And that is very integral within the early years setting, which will allow the practitioner to be able to plan activities pertaining to that child's needs. And when it comes to partnership with parents too, this is very crucial, so that the practitioner will be able to liaise with parents on the overall progress of their child, and whatever underlying concerns that there may be, in order for the necessary supports and provisions to be implemented in order to support that child to become a better version of themselves. So the third part says the curriculum, what we want children to learn. So I've outlined what they expect practitioners to teach children. So what the first bullet point says, the curriculum is a top-level plan of everything the early years setting wants the children to learn. It says planning to help every child to develop their language is vital. So as I said in my previous video, they are bent on this communication and language, because research has shown that a lot of children in reception are unable to express. They don't have command over their language, so it becomes difficult for teachers to support them in their learning and their overall well-being. So it is important that practitioners help each and every individual child to develop their language. So engaging with the child through communication, asking of questions will help. But if there's a communication delay, then they can be referred to the right support services such as speech and language therapists. So the curriculum needs to be ambitious. So careful sequencing will help children to build their learning over time. So the curriculum should not be static. It should be dynamic. It should be ambitious. Practitioners must always look forward to ensuring that children are constantly playing, exploring, and learning. And so therefore they must also provide high quality teaching for children in order for their experience, overall learning experiences to be productive. So young children's learning is often driven by their interests. So plans need to be flexible. So of course, children they are keen learners. They are always curious to learn, to know things. So the onus lies on practitioners to ensure that they keep that interest alive by, planning activities that will arouse the interest of children, like provocative activities that will wow the children, that will also prolong their interest over a long period of time, and which will also allow them to, to create and also think critically. By so doing, we are expanding on their learning. Yes. So babies and young children do not develop in a fixed way. Their development is like a spider's web with many strands, not a straight line. So again, babies are unique individuals, and each and every child is different. So one child may develop faster than the other, but that doesn't necessarily mean that child who is slow in developing is lesser than the one that has taken 2 or 3 steps ahead. They just need the right supports, the right nurturing, the right care in order to also catch up, in order to also thrive. So depth in early learning is much more important than covering lots of things in a superficial way. So again, the paperwork has been cut down. So it's not a matter of accumulation of a lot of observations, but the in-depth teaching must be in-depth in such a way that the quality of teaching is high. Children are able to learn more even within a short activity or within a short time frame, So it shouldn't be static. Activity shouldn't be one way. It should be diverse. It should be interesting, intriguing to children, and it should be able to always bring out the best in each and every child. So this is where I ended. So they basically, Ofsted wants children to have high quality learning, and it expects practitioners to interact with children and always set up activities that will help them to, achieve all the areas within the seven areas of effective learning and teaching. So next time we'll go to pedagogy, helping children to learn, assessment, checking what children have learned, and then we'll break it down from there. Also, practitioners must do well to ensure that they are adhering to the development matters. This is the development matters. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please you can comment, share, turn on the notification button, and don't forget to subscribe, most importantly, so anytime I upload a video, you will be first to get hold of the video. I do hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in my next. Until then, it's a goodbye from Princess Aisha.